Hi, dear children. Welcome to the next session on the chapter Photosynthesis in Higher Plants. Dear children, in the last module, we had learned about the light reaction and the first type of dark reaction. We know dark reaction is the process which takes place or which is independent of light, and it is that process in which the products of light reaction is utilized for assimilation of carbon dioxide to form sugars. So carbon dioxide and water combines together to form sugar, and carbon dioxide assimilation it takes place in two types, that is C3 and C4. We had studied the C3 cycle, in which the first stable product is a 3 carbon organic compound which is called as 3 phosphoglycergic acid. Now in this module we are going to learn the next type of cycle, that is C4 cycle. C4 cycle or C4 pathway is called as the Hatch and Slack pathway. It is called so based on the persons who have discovered this path. It is present in plants adapted to very dry tropical regions. And they also use the C3 pathway as main biosynthetic pathway. So these C4 plants, in addition to the C4 pathway, they also make use of the C3 pathway as a main biosynthetic pathway. And the large cells around the vascular bundles of the C4 plants are called as the bundle sheath cells. And such an anatomy is called as the Kranz anatomy. These C4 plants, they share a special anatomy. And what is that anatomy? You can see they have the vascular bundles, which is made up of xylem and phloem. And around these vascular bundles, there are certain bundle sheath cells which wrap around these vascular bundles. So the large cells around the vascular bundles of C4 plants, they are called as the bundle sheath cells. Such an anatomy is called as Kranz anatomy. And the bundle sheath cells may form several layers around the vascular bundles. And these bundle sheath cells, they have large number of chloroplasts, and they also possess thick walls which are impervious to gas exchange, and they lack any intercellular spaces. So these are the special features of the bundle sheath cells. They have large number of chloroplasts. They are covered with thick walls which is impervious, which does not allow the movement of gases, and they lack any type of intercellular spaces. So what are the steps involved in Hatch and Slack pathway? Here we can see there are two cells. The green colored cell constitute the mesophyll cell. Mesophyll cell is nothing but the parenchyma cells. In this we can see these are the mesophyll cells. Okay, these are the mesophyll cells, and just beneath the mesophyll cells we can see the bundle sheath cells. So the green color cell constitutes the mesophyll cells, and this pink color cell, it constitutes the bundle sheath cell. So Hatch and Slack pathway is a type of pathway which takes place in two types of cells, that is the mesophyll cells and the bundle sheath cells. So the initial step of the C4 pathway takes place in the mesophyll cells. The primary carbon dioxide accept over here is phosphoenol pyruvate, or it is called as PEP. It is called as PEP. So who is the acceptor, or who is acting as a primary acceptor of carbon dioxide in C4 cycle? It is PEP or phosphoenol pyruvate. Whereas in the case of C3 cycle, who was the primary acceptor? It was RuBP. Here PEP, it accepts the atmospheric carbon dioxide, and this PEP is a 3 carbon compound. So 3 carbon compound plus 1 carbon compound which is present in carbon dioxide, it forms a 4 carbon compound. So this PEP is seen only in the mesophyll cells. This is seen only in the mesophyll cells, and the enzyme which helps in the fixation of carbon dioxide is the PEP carboxylase. Whereas in the case of C3 cycle, it was Rubisco. It was Rubisco. The mesophyll cells lack Rubisco enzyme. Here the Rubisco enzyme is absent in the mesophyll cell. What enzyme is present? Only PEP carboxylase is present. So in the presence of this enzyme PEP carboxylase, PEP it receives one carbon dioxide molecule and converts to a 4 carbon atom molecule. And this first stable compound is oxaloacetic acid, and this is formed in the mesophyll cells. We can see this is the phosphoenol pyruvate, and it gets fixed up to form the first stable compound, which is a C4 acid, which is nothing but oxaloacetic acid. Once the oxaloacetic acid is formed in the mesophyll cells, it is converted into other C4 acid, which is called as malic acid, or it is transformed into aspartic acid. And this malic acid or aspartic acid is then transported into the bundle sheath cells. We can see here it is transported into the bundle sheath cell. So far we learned the first step is the PEP. In the presence of PEP carboxylase, it accepts the carbon dioxide and converts to oxaloacetic acid, which then transforms into malic acid or aspartic acid, which is transported into the bundle sheath cells. In the bundle sheath cells, what is the fate of the C4 acid? It is broken down into a C3 molecule and a molecule of carbon dioxide. Here, what is happening? We can see it is converted into one molecule of carbon dioxide and C3 cycle, that is, it is undergoing decarboxylation. The C3 molecule is transported back into the mesophyll cell. Then what happens to the carbon dioxide? The bundle sheath cell is having the enzyme Rubisco, whereas it is lacked in the cells, that is mesophyll cells. So bundle sheath cells with the presence of rich amount of Rubisco, it enters the carbon dioxide, it enters into the C3 pathway. The C3 pathway is common to both C3 and C4 plants. So this carbon dioxide enters into the Calvin cycle or C3 cycle, and thus it synthesizes with 6 rounds of this Calvin cycle, it synthesizes one molecule of glucose. C3 acid is transported back into the mesophyll cells, where it is this process is called as regeneration, and again the cycle continues. Now let us learn what are the peculiarities of C4 plants. They have a special type of leaf anatomy which is called as Kranz anatomy. And as I told, they are seen in places like dry tropical climates. So they can withstand high temperature. They show a response to high light intensities. Another peculiarity of C4 plants is that they lack photorespiration. Photorespiration is a process which is taking place, which is a wasteful process which does not produce an energy source. That is, sugar is not synthesized. Instead, it releases carbon dioxide. So it is a respiration which is taking place in photosynthesis, which is a wasteful process and it utilizes energy. So photorespiration will be dealt in detail in the next modules. And what we have just learned right now is that photorespiration is absent in C4 plants. And also they have greater productivity of biomass. Greater productivity is the rate of production of biomass per unit area. So rate of productivity of biomass is greater in C4 plants. So these are the peculiarity of C4 plants. And we studied about the Hatch and Slack pathway, in which both the C4 and the C3 cycle is taking place. Thank you.